Hi everybody. This story is called Over and Under the Pond by Kate Mesner with art by Christopher Silas Neal. This story is neat because it tells you what happens above the pond and under the pond. Over and under the pond. Over the pond we slide, splashing through lily pads, sweeping through reeds. So these are like the reeds they're talking about. They're the lily pads. The water's a mirror reflecting the sky. Sunshine and clouds, then a shadow below. What's down there? I ask. Under the pond? Mom says. Under the pond is a whole hidden world of minnows and crayfish, turtles and bullfrogs. We're paddling over them right now. So here's their boat, and this is what would look like underneath the pond. Here's the crayfish. When I was in Wisconsin one time, at night we went out and put flashlights into the water and we would catch the crayfish. It's kind of fun. And then we'd put them in a bucket and then we threw them back in the lake. But it was pretty cool. Over the pond, we skim past tall rushes, whirligig beetles. Here are those whirligig beetles. Loop and twirl, skaters on a warm summer surface. Under the pond, minnows dart through waving forest of grass while a brook trout lurks, ready to lunge. What's funny is that Tyler's doing a project on the state of Michigan, and that is the brook trout is their state fish. Over the pond, we lift and dip and pull past a row of painted turtles on a waterlogged tree. 1, 2, 3. They slip off and away. Splash, gurgle, sploosh under the pond. See, when the trees fall into the water, it's a waterlogged tree. Sorry if you hear a trumpet, that's Tyler. Over the pond, cattails rustle and shush in the wind. Listen closely. Cooklary, cooklary. Red-winged blackbirds race by. One has grass for her nest. Under the pond, a caddisfly larvae builds a home of her own, a secret shelter of pebbles and sand. Over the pond, the shadows of trees lean out from the shore. We coast under a low-hanging branch. A moose looks up with a mouthful of water lilies. We've interrupted his lunch. Now, by the ponds by us, we don't have moose that are lurking by. Under the pond, beavers dive deep. They pump with powerful tails and rise to the surface with delectable roots from the mud. See, he's digging up the roots underwater. Over the pond, the wind gives us a push and stirs the light dappled leaves on shore. There, on a branch, a new goldfinch teeters, finally ready to fly. Under the pond, tadpoles are changing, learning to hop. They're losing tails, growing legs, and growing up. So you see how they have their hind legs and then the front legs come out? And now almost fully formed, except he's got that little tail still. Over the pond, there at the shore, tall and silent and still, a great blue heron stares down into the deep. It tenses, takes one-legged step. What do you think he may want to grab in the water, guys? And strikes. He catches a wiggling quicksilver minnow from where it was hiding under the pond. Over the pond we drift, heads tipped up to the sun. A woodpecker clings to a teetering pine, digging for ants. See the woodpecker? Under the pond, an otter claws for fresh water mussels. See the mussels on the bottom of the pond? This book is giving you a lot of ideas for what you can see in a pond. Over the pond, a sleepy dragonfly lands for a rest. His spindly legs tickle my knee. Under the pond, a dragonfly larvae watch what swims by. They catch minnows in monster fast jaws. See what he's catching the minnows? Over the pond, the shadows stretch. Ospreys circle on quiet rings. Raccoons and minks stalk the shoreline for supper. Under the pond, with a flip of a tail, a crayfish disappears in the dark. There's a little crayfish. They're trying to eat them. At night. Over the pond, we head for home. We glide, swoosh, bump, right up onto shore as a far-off loon calls good night. The sky turns from sunset to dusk to dark. Night settles over the pond, and the prowling catfish and drowsy turtles, the scuttling crayfish and tadpoles turn frogs, wading herons and stalking raccoons. You see some of them? Here's the loon. This is the loon. The frog, the dragonflies, those are katydids, not sure if I'm saying that. And the hidden world under the pond. The end. Here's a little bit more about the animals that are in the story. I'm not going to read that, but you guys can if you pause it. Here's the larvae, moose, beavers, American goldfinch, river otters, woodpeckers, the heron, the tadpoles, and bullfrogs. Bullfrogs are very loud at night. Here's dragonflies and the larvae, ospreys, raccoons, the mink. And this is the crayfish and the catfish. Bye, everybody.